first of all, honored to be here again. I thought you guys didn't want me tonight. I got a little upset. I was like, wait a minute, Diana didn't confirm with me and she's so good. And then I'm like, let me ask her anyway, because otherwise I'm stripping this off and, cleaning my face and getting in my yoga pants. And I said, let me reach out. And she goes, oh, yeah, we're waiting for you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So happy to be here. You get to see me a little done up tonight because I have no kids home today. And my husband went to go get a haircut and he went to have dinner with one of our kids who lives in New York. So I was like, mommy has the house to herself. And I had a little time. I didn't have to cook dinner for anyone. And I got showered and got ready. So I can't promise this every week, but I have to say, share a little non-scale victory. So I wore jeans for the first time in 10 years this weekend. And so I went in to have dinner with my family. It was my parents' anniversary, 35th, my mother and stepfather. And I walked into that restaurant. First of all, I came down the stairs and my husband didn't even know what was happening. He's like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, I'm wearing jeans. He's like, you look amazing. I'm like, the fact that I'm not in all black, right? Trying to hide it all. And then I put the jeans on going, dear Jesus in heaven, if these don't fit, I'm going to feel horrible about myself. So let's just say they got to fit and they got to zip or I'm going to just throw the towel in, right? I know we all have had those conversations. So I'm like, and I'm zipping them up going, oh, and then I look in the mirror and went, oh, my legs don't look like massive sausages. This is like, holy cat, like guys legitimately felt so good. And I wore like a really cute black blazer that wasn't covering my whole body with a cute tank and my really nice Gucci belt, which looked amazing. And I went, I feel human again, 30 pounds down in just shy of 16 weeks. So my new pictures will go up either tomorrow or Friday because tomorrow is my 16th week. But really, that was at the 15 and a half week mark. I can't drop 30 pounds doing 6 months of a trainer. And by the way, you'll have hangry Danielle, cranky Danielle for those months. I'll get there, but I won't maintain it because there's no way I'm not going to have, once in a while a piece of cake or have a piece of bread. And then once I do, it's game over. I just pack it on, right? So that's been my life. And that's why I'm so proud of what you guys are bringing out to the world is that you're bringing something out that has set me free. And if it's setting me free and it's setting all these other people free and it's soon to set some of you free from whatever you're struggling with whatever, body fat that you don't want on your body. And that for me it's really powerful. So we're going to talk about non-scale victories a lot in our company because not everything's about the pounds. Maybe it's just the dress size. For me, I actually don't care if I'm 128, 118 like I was in college, or if I'm at 135 when I get to the size I want. I just know what dress size I feel good in at 5'2.5". And yes, I count the half all day, every day. I'm 5'2.5", right? So when you're short and you gain weight, it ain't going anywhere but out, right? There's nowhere for the fat to go but wide. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And it just felt good to get ready tonight and even put this on from last year. Even though it's a stretchy, it was tight last year. And this thing is like loose. So let's go. Anyway, now let's talk about what I promised last week. Closing and social media, casting a wide net. So it's not going to be a long training tonight because really this stuff is like, once you get this and you go to work, it's really game over. Closing, I want you to take the word closing because when we say closing calls in the industry or connect calls, people panic. You think you're actually asking someone for the business. Let me be very clear, and I want you to tattoo this on your forehead tonight. If they got on a three-way call, they're already buying. They're closed. They're not looking for anything other than just some validation about hearing the story of how it really worked or how the business worked so that they know that this is where they want to put their money and their time, okay? If you think about it as, I got to close this person, then you're in a position of feeling like, this may not happen. And once you feel that way, you're going to lose the sale. You've already got the sale. I promise you, if they get on a call with me or anyone in your upline, your job is to say they're already in. This is just a call to connect them with my team leader and give them a little more validation and information, right? Third-party credibility. You get someone like me on a call, I'm already in the minute I saw that somebody that was overweight and looks like me dropped it all. I'm like, sign me up. I'm the perfect person for you to go after. I don't need you to give me 15 days of science. I'm like, I've tried everything. For the love of God, if this stuff works, I'll try it again. I just, tell the kids they can't eat tomorrow. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. But you know what I'm saying? Like, stop thinking everyone needs to be closed. Let me tell you when they're closed. The minute they reached out to you saying, what is this? They're pretty much in. Your job is to stop thinking you have to close people. You just need to be authentic to you, be excited, and share your story or my story or someone's story. Because if you don't have a story, you still have the ability to share someone else's right now. Do not wait for the bottle to come to you. By the time you get it, it's the third week of October, let's say. You get another week of using it. By early November, you're finally posting. You've wasted 5 weeks where you could have put in hundreds of people into your organization because you're waiting on a bottle so that you feel that when you talk about it, you can really talk about it. No, you get to really talk about it because we have clinicals, which is huge in this industry. It's a unicorn product to have clinicals and have a patented formulation that no one else can sell. That's huge. Second, you have a formerly very overweight owner who is now 30 pounds down, probably will drop another 20 to 22. And when I get in my size 5, let's say, pants again, like I did years ago, I used to be a 3-4 in college, but I was thrilled after having my daughter at 22 years old. I got back into a size 5 fast, right? This is what it feels like now on Zenith. It's like my body's revving like it did in my mid-20s, 30s. There's no doubt in my mind I'm burning at a level I can't even imagine. I'm not even trying hard. I'm just doing my low carb diet. I still have a few cheat meals, but I barely can eat now. It's amazing. But I need you to get this. If you're waiting, if you're thinking you got to close people, if you complicate this business, you won't make money and you will quit, even though you have one of the best products on the planet. And I can say that confidently. I realized this morning that we are going to nail the root cause of obesity, because in 94, when they discovered at Rockefeller University, they discovered that there were 2 hormones that are fat signaling hormones. Write this down. These are word tracks that will make you a fortune. 2 fat signaling hormones in the body, only 2. What are they? Leptin, which I call it the gremlin. It's a little gremlin. And then the other is adiponectin. And say it with me because everyone butchers the name. Adiponectin, right? Like nectar, adiponectin, very simple. You got adiponectin, which, by the way, write this down. Adiponectin is doubly as low in women as a female as it is for men. Men are low if they're obese. Women are low because they're women. But if a woman is obese, she's doubly as low in adiponectin as a male is. Hence why, now we all know the reason why. Do you ever say to yourself, geez, man, they stop eating, some subs for a week. They drop the dad bod's gone. And you're like, I hate how men can just lose weight so fast, right? Most men typically can't. It's adiponectin. So I'll ask Jesus. I have a few things to ask him when I go to heaven. Why mosquitoes? Why body gas? I don't get, I just have a list. Why women with, I don't want the mustache. I got to pay to get that buzzed off. So I just that's one of my questions now is, why would you make women have typically lower adiponectin? Obviously, he's going to say, it's so cute, Danielle, that you need to know this. I do need to know this now, because now that I know that adiponectin with our product in the first 8 weeks typically will rise 113% in deficient in individuals. That's powerful. Serum adiponectin comes down 43% on our product. So instead of spewing science, here's what you say to people. If you're overweight, you have too much leptin. And if you're overweight in a female, you have really low adiponectin. And those are the 2 hormones in your body that are fat signaling hormones. They're the only hormones in the body that signal to the body whether to store fat or burn fat, whether you're hungry or you're satiated. That's it. So let's just pretend I'm your customer. I am 30 pounds heavier today. Kathy Gustafson, I would want you to say to me, I'm just looking at your face, so I'm going to have we're going to kind of role play here. I would have Kathy come to me and say, hey, Dee, remember you were saying you tried some Orlin, you tried this, you did cryo, you froze the fat, now you're ready to suck it out and you don't want to die under the knife. So just listen, I know your pain and I've heard what you had to say and we're good friends. I would be remiss if I didn't share with you. Have you ever heard of leptin? You know what I'd say? The heck is leptin? Well, leptin, if you're overweight, you have too much of it. And the minute you lower it, you drop weight like a ninja. You know what, if she said that to me, I'd say, how can I get 30 bottles and maybe put it on my head? So I, the construction hats with the beer, I just, like, let me suck it into, or IV level. I mean, if you think this is hard, you guys are crazy. This is not hard. There are people who would kill, not literally, but kill to get the fat off yesterday. So stop trying to be scripted. Please. I love you guys. I'm giving you the goods tonight. You get a person like me that you already know well, and you know she struggled or he struggled. You know what you say? If I had something that you would never have to diet again and you could finally get the weight off without struggling, would you want to see what it is? If I would you will make you a fortune. Write down, if I would you. If I, Lori, she's my girl every week. If I, Lori, had something that could get you to your goal weight without really being hangry, struggle, restrictive, not a scam, not full of chemicals, nothing, no junk, and it actually could deliver results and it's clinically proven, would you want to take a look at it? You don't have to script something crazy. Oh, and when they give you a hard time, and by the way, 60-day full money back guarantee, that's how much it works. Not only is it a clinically proven formula, it's a patented formulation. So I don't care about patented formulations as someone who's overweight. I don't care about clinical studies because and how can I prove that? Because when this showed up at my house, along with all the other products that were in my kitchen that we were testing for Awakened, I went, meh, 21.3 pounds in 8 weeks. Since I already know how I'm the turtle and then most people are the hare, I'm going to probably lose 4 to 5 pounds when they all lose 21. So this doesn't excite me. So I'm just letting you know, when you say 21.3 pounds in 8 weeks, most people go, yeah, not for me. But when you say, if I had something that could absolutely help you lose weight without a crazy struggle, would you be interested in taking a look at it? If that's all you say to people, someone like me who's been praying for something to work, you're going to get the sale. And by the way, once they watch the video, it's over. Now, you guys do this. Many of you do this. Well, I'm worried about the price. The average weight loss in the United States of America, and let's add more for Canada, is $250 a month. How much is ours? $160 retail, $145 as a preferred customer, and $135 wholesale. We are almost $100 less a month. And by the way, the data that I'm collecting now, my accountant is putting together in QuickBooks, because every transaction we do in this house, if it's a write-off, we use it. If it isn't, it isn't. Our grocery bill went down $325 on average in the 3.5 months that we've been doing this. Okay. Wait, even better. We eat out because we're foodies. We used to go get, and this is true story. Now we're going to sound like gluttons. When we would go out, we'd both get like a really good ribeye at a high-end steakhouse. We get some raw oysters. We'd maybe get a salad a piece. And like, that was our cheat night, right? And I get a glass of scotch. He'd get a glass of bourbon, like really high-end stuff, right? No potatoes, no junk, but it's rich, right? We cannot finish. The two of us together now order one steak. We now order one salad. There is not a day that it's changed in the last 3.5 months. We now, yes, we still have our beverage. We like to have a little nice drink and have a nightcap, right? Even if we get a dessert, which is rare, we eat like 3 bites each. We're like, dear God, we can't eat anymore. Our eating out bill was, I don't want to say how much it was. Let's just say we like to wine and dine. Our wine and dine bill went down over 34%. So I can't give you the number yet, but David's putting it together for me. Just to say $325 a month on average, just for me and Scott being on it. And we're spending, let's say if we were buying it like you guys would, so 150 each, that's 300. We're still around a wash, not including dining out. The amount of food consumed on Zenith goes down dramatically. Do you know why? I want to see who knows this product. And you can unmute. There's a button at the bottom.
So yeah, I well, not on my phone, there's not, but it's my understanding from what I've been watching and listening to that you get more satiated when your levels are at the right spot. So you're not going after the food like I'm starving to death every time I turn around. It's like I'm really not hungry. I really don't care. So when you get to that satiated part, you don't care. You just live your life.
Literally, you're nailing it, Joyce. I'm going to give it a little deeper than she said, but she's spot on. This is not an appetite suppressant. There's not a single stimulant. There's no caffeine. There's no fillers. There's no chemicals. What actually is happening is the leptin and the adiponectin are telling the body, the brain, because they're fat, they're talking to the brain and they say, the cells talk to each other, right? The cells are saying, you're no longer starving. You don't have to hold on to this fat for dear life. You are satiated and you can stop eating. So much so that once in a while, I don't want to say I get annoyed, but I'm like, I really wanted a little more of that. Like, let's say it's like a chocolate flourless cake. And I'm like, I want to throw up. And it's a good thing, I know. But it's the feeling that I used to get when I would binge eat years ago. I never would do the throwing up thing. I couldn't make that happen. Believe me, if I could have, I would have, to be skinny. But instead, it's that feeling of when you've overeaten and yet you're not overeating. And so that these two fat hormones are signaling so strongly to the brain once you're on it for at least 4 weeks that the next month, which is your month 2 meltdown, which is where you guys have to get good at the close, is this. Let me explain to you the cheapest or the least expensive way to get your hands on Zenith. Write that down. Let me explain to you the simplest and easiest and least expensive way to get your hands on Zenith. No one wants to pay full price unless they're crazy. I have money now. I still don't want to pay full price. I don't ever want to be broke again. Right? So when someone says they want it, it's not going to be, oh, I can't buy that. It's too expensive, because you're going to give them options. Customers and consumers want options. So if Michelle was someone I was, let's say, selling it to because she said she wanted it, I would say, Michelle, let me tell you the cheapest or the most inexpensive way to get your hands on it. Because I wouldn't want you to pay full price. When you say that to someone, they automatically know you have their best interests in mind. And I would say, yeah, what's the cheapest way to get it? Well, the 160 is retail. No one buys that. I said that in my last company. No one buys 169 retail in my last company. And I said that for 5 years. I had the biggest team in the company, because you shouldn't sell at retail. Why would you want people to pay more? Think of them first. If they know you care, they're going to trust you and do business with you. So when the close is happening, which, by the way, happens when they watch the video or go on the testimonial page or see your results, they're already sold. They just want to know, how fast can I get it and what's the cheapest way to get it? That's what they want to know. So what you say is cheapest way to get it is either be a preferred customer and go on a subscribe and save, which you can cancel at any time, right? $145 a bottle. Or you can become a member, get it at $135, but there is a $50 a year annual fee. It's like a Costco fee. I would recommend you just become a customer now if you're not interested in making money with us. Because if you down the road think you're going to want to make money with this, come in at a member. Spend that $50, because you're still getting a 2-bottle or 4-bottle pack below $135. Does everyone know that? The 2-bottle pack, you get them at $130 each. And the 4-bottle pack, you get them at, I think it was $300. So it's $125 each. So what I say is it's highly discounted. Yes, you do have to pay that one-time fee. But when they keep ordering because their body's dropping fat like crazy, they've already paid. That $50 is back to them. Now they can buy it year round for anyone in their family at the lowest price. Do you see how you position it? You're not here to close them. You're here to show them what their best buying options are. Let them choose ultimately what they'd like to do. Now I'm going to give you something that no one knows yet, but you guys. And I think I wish Michelle was on camera so I could see her face, but she's going to be so excited. Let me see Diana's face. All right. And Michelle, are you on? All right. You ready for this? Okay. There is such a thing as called a saved cart, a shared cart. Do you know what that is, anyone? Oh, this is going to get you guys. We have a shared cart option in our back office now, not for people who are becoming distributors, AKA members. Let's say Lori is my person and she wants to buy from me. I, as the distributor in Awakened, put it in the cart for her, send her the link. It's in the cart ready to check out. She doesn't have to go through any process but checking out. It's called a shared cart. We have it. It's already tested. So when we open up the customer option in a few weeks, you can get people to check out and not abandon their cart faster, because they don't have to go through click, click, click. How do I order? What do I put in the cart? I'm confused. If they want the 2-bottle, 2 bottles, put 2 in the cart for them and say, here it is. All you have to do is check out. I did it for you. If they want 4 bottles, put 4 in. If they want 1, put 1 in. If they want to be on subscribe and save, put them on that. You send them the cart fully ready to check out. I want to see Michelle's face now. Let's go. That is a cool option that a couple companies have. I have to give the kudos to a woman named Kathy, who's under Jody and Peter Hogenhoff. She brought in over 800 people into Isogenics in her lifetime personally. Top earner. She's with us now. And Kathy said, do you have a shared cart? I'm like, what's that? She showed me from another company that she used to be in a shared cart. I clicked on it. Instantly, I saw everything and what she would have wanted me to order. I said, this is what you're talking about? She goes, oh yeah, people just check right out. She goes, the conversion rate went up over 40% in our company when we opted to use this technology, because that means they don't have to think. It's done for them. You say, listen, I'm going to put it in the cart for you, and this is the price it's going to be. And then they click on your link and they're already ready to check out, guys. It's so cool. So that will be launching when we launch the customer option in a few weeks. So are you understanding? The close is done. If someone's interested and they're asking you how much it is and they've been on the testimonial page or if they've watched the video, they just want to know how much is it and how soon can I get it? Well, I would say Cheryl, Pastoria, Kimberly, I want to show you the way to get it the least expensive, right? And in the best way for you. And quite frankly, coming in at a 2-bottle, 4-bottle pack, there'll be 8-bottle packs soon too. And becoming a member is hands down the most discounted. But if you don't think you ever want to make money with us, just become a preferred customer. It's much cheaper than being a retail customer. And no one wants to pay full retail ever, anywhere in the world. Like that's your word track. No one pays. Who pays retail anymore? Nobody. So we have a retail price, and that's the price that in doctor's offices, in Medi spas, when they're selling it, they will be required to sell it at $160 because we will never allow them to undercut you. So we have to have a retail price, but we don't want you guys selling people retail. You want them saving money and loving the product and becoming a lifelong customer, right? We want them coming back to you over and over. So you build a passive income. You get overrides for life on every order they do with you, whether it's our next product or this product, right? So that's the close. The close is easy because it's done if they've already asked to get on a call, and it's done if they're asking how much it is. I just want you to know you don't have to overcomplicate closing. And if really someone is super picky and they're like, I need to know 72,000 things. Someone said to me today, I need to know the raw data from the study. And here's me. I will find out if there's raw data from the study. That's 1 in a million is going to ask for raw data from a study. Do you know what most people do? Those are the people, no offense to the person who asked it, because it's legitimately what they want to know, and I'll get the info if I can, right? But you guys have to understand the majority of your customer base that are coming to you now for the product are the same people that will suck down, a hot dog at a stadium. I won't eat. I was at the New York Giants Stadium. I'm watching people eat the nastiest food. My kids are like, that was the worst food we ever had. And they're 16-year-old boys. Like, they'll eat anything, right? I can't get them to brush their teeth at 16, and they're eating the food going, this is disgusting. But here's what I realized at that stadium. The number of obese people is through the roof. What people will put in their bodies is insane. And Zenith is going to help them start making better choices without them even having to try, because as Joyce said, it's not an appetite suppressant. It is the hormone signaling the body, you don't need this. We're burning at a higher rate. We're packing muscle on. We're dropping fat. We're reshaping. And all you got to do is keep taking these 4 pills a day, 2 and 2. And so I need you to get that the world is your oyster. Everywhere you look, someone is obese, especially in America. And I also need you to understand that that's what you call an abundance mindset. A scarcity mindset says, I don't know if anyone has money and I don't know who will buy from me. Stop. The world is massively obese. We have an obesity problem that's literally pervasive, and we have children that are going to live much shorter lives than our generation because of this insanity. And we have to do something about it. And we actually are going to get to the root cause with Zenith. I couldn't feel more blessed and more grateful. And when your belief is up and you see it happening for you and your friends, another month from now, when we get on one of these, you guys are going to go, now I know why you were acting like that on the call, because you lived it. Now I'm living it. I see what you're saying, Danielle. This stuff is legitimately amazing. It's impactful. It's easy, it's freeing, and I feel safe around food. And the other day someone said to me, I feel so safe around food. I don't feel a drive. I don't feel a desire to overeat. And I go, that is literally more important to me. Listen, I love the way my hips look now, and I'm actually liking what I look like when I get undressed. But just to know I feel safe around food, I'm not going to pack this weight on ever again, it brings me literal joy to know that we're going to do that for people all over the world. And we're going to do it for kids. I did get some information for you about children. If a child is under 120 pounds, it's not recommended. If they are 120 pounds or higher, then all you can say is it is safe for children. However, because the label says 18 and up, you will not be posting that on social media. You just say this. It is safe for children, but we recommend that you have their physician, their pediatrician monitor, because no child should be on a diet. But we're not putting them on a diet. We're putting them on a clinically proven leptin lowering formula that will naturally have them burning more at rest and eating less. It's not a diet, right? But we can't go out there and say that because we have to follow rules, right? FTC and FDA rules. So the label will say 18 and up, but we are working on a children's formula that will not be ever promoted as a diet. It will be promoted as helping kids get their hormones in balance so they naturally eat less and they have the body that they should have as children, right? Growing up, there were 2 kids in my school that were overweight. You know, no one, you look around now, these kids are they're like this in front of TV screens. They're depressed. They're hormonally imbalanced. They got crazy endocrinology, how do you say that? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Their endocrine system's out of whack. I'm saying it wrong. They're hormonally imbalanced. They are depressed. Thank you. They're suicidal. They're being cyberbullied. They're being assaulted with chemicals in the air and the water and the food, and more parents that are going broke are feeding their kids more dead food. And so, they're eating pesticides that are being sprayed 8-9 times on apples, and childhood cancer is going through the roof. So I'm going to read this. Hold on. I apologize. Oh, okay. So great question about medication. So what I was saying was our kids are being assaulted. So we would like to hit that market, but let them know you don't have to diet with us. There's no diet necessary. You're beautiful, you're loved, you're special, but we want to help you get in balance so that you feel and look your best, so that you can do well in school and do well at sports. So you're not sluggish, so you're not tired, so you don't hate your body at a young age. I mean, so many, I can't even talk about it, breaks my heart. So to answer your question about medications, Zenith should be taken away from all meds because it is a viscous, non-fermentable plant fiber, and that will slow down absorption of some medications and vitamins and supplements. Caffeine is horrible to have with vitamins and supplements, and caffeine should not be taken around Zenith because that could slow the absorption and the effect of the product. So perfect way to say it is completely empty stomach away from caffeine and medications. That's it. And if someone is being treated by a medical professional, of course, say to them, check with your medical professional, but it is all natural. It's just plant fibers and cetylated fatty acids, super safe. But we don't want to give medical advice, right? We want to be compliant. All right. Last but not least, I saw another question. Lead gen. Well, lead gen, I can't get into right now because I can't give you details. What I can say about it is if you came in on a founder's pack, we are the gentleman who in my last company helped me make millions is my friend, and his name is Rick. He is the most brilliant lead generation guy I've ever worked with. Most leads you buy are crap. We all agree. Most of us have bought leads and go, wow, these are used. I was scammed. They're dead leads. These are actual targeted ads that he does all over the world. He'll do them in Canada and the US to start. And they will be Zenith. They'll see the Zenith 3-minute video. And they will then click that they would like to talk with someone about buying it or joining the company to promote it. The problem with saying that it's a network marketing company is Facebook and certain other social media outlets don't like MLM. Very, very, very prejudiced against, which is bizarre. So what we will have in the ads is simply, yes, I want more info on Zenith. I'd like to lose weight with Zenith. I'd like to get started. And then once they are in, we capture their info, then we can shoot them a thing off of Facebook saying, And if you want to talk about promoting our company and being a member, we can discuss those options too. Please click here. Those leads will come to me as chief sales officer. And as you guys produce and show that you're building your business, let's say it's just 2 customers a week, we say, and you brought in 8 customers that month, you're probably, and this is just, I'm giving you the roundabout, you'll probably get 4 leads that month for doing what we say is the minimum production. So we're going to give you leads to close immediately. But when I say close, they're pretty much in, right? The hard part about generating leads when they don't know you is you're going to have a little different technique and system, which will be get them right in the testimonial page, get them right on a Zoom because they don't know you from Adam. And they're not just going to hop on a phone with you. And I'll teach you that system. I did this in my last company. This guy was producing, you ready for this? 700 leads a day for me with the gel I used to sell. I couldn't keep up. I was handing them out to my downline like crazy. We couldn't close them all. We couldn't get to them all. So that's how good Rick is. So we decided, I said to my business partners before we opened, I said, why don't you guys, I introduced you to my guy, Rick. He's brilliant. And my brother, who's my assistant, was like, yeah, you guys have to meet Rick. We get him on the phone with Rodney and Ashley, and they were like, wow. And they said, let's put this as part of the perks of our company. Most network marketing companies will never give you leads, ever. Or they'll make you buy them. Nope, we're not going to make you buy them. We want to see that you're capable of building with us and you're doing the minimum. But imagine just for a month or 2 a month and bringing in 1 or 2 extra customers a month throughout the whole year, and your downline doing the same means you can build this thing, the volume, a lot bigger. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say about lead gen. So proud of you guys. I want to leave you with this social media cast a wide net. I talked about it last week and I wanted to share it tonight. Casting a wide net means this. When you put one post up, and I hope you guys are using the post of the day and getting results, you're not going to get results with my post of the day unless you're doing the happy birthdays every day. You're doing everything in part 1. If you haven't watched part 1 of social selling, please do. Do those things, then use the post of the day, and it's magical. Don't do those things daily that I taught you, put post of the day up. It's going to fall flat. So casting a wide net is much easier than the old school belly to belly, going out for coffee. The world has changed. And there's really nothing greater than attraction marketing and what we call social selling or social retailing. So I want to encourage you to get everyone in your team, especially you, Diana and Michelle, get the 3 that have I done 3 or 4 videos I've done, and tell them to watch them in order. And if all they have time to do is watch number 1 a week, do 1 a week, that's fine. But master what I teach in each one. And by the end of a month, when you've watched 4 and done what I've taught you, you're going to be building your business and making money. You can't fail. Some of you don't have enough followers on Facebook. I teach you how to get more. Some of you have a lot of followers. They're just not seeing your posts. I teach you how to see them, for them to see your posts. Some of you just are struggling with what to say. I teach you what to say. So it's a really good system that can help you be super successful. So go out and cast a wide net. Don't be afraid of social selling. It literally is the fastest way to bring in fish. You could throw a big net out, right, and catch a bunch of fish, or you can do it one by one by one, and that's exhausting. Right? It's okay to go do one-offs with your close friends and family, but go to your network and throw it out and go back to your life. Go have fun, go work, go do what you got to do, live your life, but put the net out there and let the people come to you. That's just the best way to do direct selling now. The internet's afforded us some good things and some bad things. But what I love, the good about it, I love, is that you can connect with people all over the world. Video 1 is now available. Weirdly, it wasn't working, but this morning I went and put the link up again. So thank you for asking. Go to guides on the company page. In the top left corner is that little hamburger menu, and you click on guides, and all the videos are there. And this way, as you just send these videos out to your teammates, you don't have to train them. Let me do the training. Just send them the link. And if they're coachable and they're willing to do a little work, they can really start making money. The goal is to get everyone doing a little, and that's how you build a massive organization. You don't have to have 22 phenomenal rock stars, but over time, people can become real producers just from doing a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit more. And then they get encouraged, and then they really stay with it. While other people quit, they persevere. So be encouraged. Don't overthink this. We got literally, and I'm not saying it because I'm the owner, I'm saying it because I'm on it as a customer. It's the most extraordinary fat loss product I've ever used in my life. And when people started saying, oh, Danielle's selling diet pills, I didn't flinch because I was already dropping weight like crazy. And I was like, oh, they'll see. And now the big joke is, yeah, it's a diet pill, but it's really not a diet pill. It is a lower leptin lowering formula that's clinically proven, and we're the only ones in the world with it. So be proud, go out and share it. Going to be open really soon, and lots gonna happen when we open. We're going to see even more incredible growth, and I hope you capture some of that in your own organization. But you are going to have to do work. It's not going to fall in your lap, and you certainly have something special to go out to the world with. So thank you, Diana. Guys.